you what's been going on here. I got here about 3.5 hours ago, and when I did, we went about 200 yards down to a checkpoint and headed off with a police officer. The press was not allowed. I was going in my capacity as a physician. Went with a police officer about a mile down to the end of the island where they had set up a triage unit. It was a grotesque scene in many senses because you had the morgue to the back, and then you had this huge triage unit where we were given gowns and gloves and went in and began to take care of people. Many people will remember the plume of smoke as the dramatic signal of the day. For me, it's a firefighter who I treated for a burn wound. It wasn't the burn wound that was the problem. It was the look in his eyes. And he's telling me stories about his colleagues and other problems that had occurred and what he had seen. And that is really the descriptive thing that has happened here. Now, earlier in the day, there were several things that probably led up to what happened tonight, in addition to the blast. They had set up a triage unit, a makeshift unit, under the second tower. And in that tower, they had brought, in that triage area, numerous patients, people with lumps, bumps, cuts, and they were taking care of them. That also is the area where the ambulances and the police officers had come together. When that second tower collapsed, that was in the dead center area, so all of those people, or a significantly large percentage, were lost. And that is one of the other stories tonight. About 500 firefighters and police officers, they're not sure of the exact count, but from talking to the EMTs, at least that many were lost. They had said 8 battalions. So this is a story of immense tragedy on the ground level where people were trying to work and do what they could in a volunteer effort. And you could tell tonight, working with the people who came in, that there was a lot of shock. The other thing I want to bring up, Rich and Jill, is that working with the patients that were in there, it was quite clear. They either did very well and were able to walk out of there, or they were killed. There were very few people in between, and that's what we saw as well.